Hi, I'm Catherine Diorio, and welcome to Check Please, the show where regular people from all over Chicago recommend and review their favorite restaurants. So this is how the show works. Every week, we have 3 guests. Each recommends his or her favorite spot, and the other 2 go check them out and tell us what they think. This week, project manager Lourdes Aceves says that if you want to expand your food vocabulary, the food and service at her favorite spot will become a word-of-mouth favorite. But apparel manufacturer Rajiv Naidu says don't let the hipster surroundings fool you, because his choice for amazing Indian food is as authentic as it gets. Up first, business owner Tammy Goberstein says that her recommendation rivals any restaurant around. She says for a dining experience that never fails, follow her to the North Shore and stop in at Abigails.
I believe a lot of people are surprised. People walk in and they feel like they're in a downtown restaurant. It has a buzz, it has this energy. As all chefs do, we change it up a lot. You know, I've been lately leaning towards a lot of Asian influences, you know, going for more fruits and vegetables, lighter but more aggressive flavors. You'll find something a little different at Abigails, something unique, but yet approachable, you know, nothing you need a food dictionary for. To maintain a certain standard, I mean, I don't know, success is relative, but you know, we've done well. I mean, tomorrow's another day, you're only as good as your last meal. I hope to be here for a while. It's been a good run.
Tammy, you say Abigails is a winner. Tell us why you chose it.
Well, first, what I like is the area around Abigails. It's beautiful, mature trees, and then when you walk inside, the nature was brought indoors with the decor and with the type of food you're eating. I would say it's very healthy food, prepared magnificently.
I have preconceived notions of suburban restaurants. You know, my sisters live in the suburbs, and I'm like, is this going to be like a Chili's or, you know, like chain restaurant? But it was wonderful. I couldn't think of one bad thing to say about it, honestly. I had such a wonderful experience.
Didn't you like the way your server knew everything about the menu and was able to offer you all the information since
I
you were
remember
never
his
there?
name, Nicholas.
Yeah.
I'll never forget him because his memory was so impressive.
Isn't it?
I felt as if we had an army of servers there. Like
That
every time we
too.
turned around, there was a server somewhere. It was incredible, actually.
Okay, I really thought it was because of us. Like, so I guess they're always like that. I was like, they must really like us because it wasn't only Nicholas. Every server that came to the table, they were all so nice. We had the tortilla soup to start, and I was, you know, getting over a cold, so we didn't want to share. They split the soup and brought it out, served as if it were our own. Beautiful, like they actually still dusted each little mini bowl. It was so cute. Like we knew we were off to a good start. We were like, oh, this is going to be fun.
So like Lourdes said, like when we found out that we had to go to Highland Park, Tammy, we really cursed you. We were like, I can't believe someone's taking us out to Highland Park. But when we got there, there's no reservations. So we got there at 5:30 thinking, we went with a big group. We went with 6 people.
Oh, that's risky.
Right. So that's why we went at 5:30.
They do the reservations for 1 hour, though, from
Right.
5 to
5
6.
to
So if
6.
you're an early bird, you
Right.
can make a reservation.
But I mean, in Highland
early.
Park, 5:30 is prime time because the
That's right.
restaurant was full, right? So for appetizers, we had the calamari, which was incredible. It was amazing. And you don't really think Highland Park calamari, but it was very, very good. Instead of a marinara sauce, they had like a spicy, like mustard type sauce. And then we got the octopus, which was also excellent. I mean, it was one of the better octopuses that we've had.
We had the prawns.
We also got the prawns.
Yeah,
It was great.
I was surprised as well. At Highland Park, they had so many seafood offerings on their menu.
Yes.
We also had some of the
Actually,
seafood.
I mean, we liked
and
them so much we ordered a second round of them.
The prawns?
No, both the octopus and
you
the
go out to dinner
calamari.
with-
Yeah, really?
We also got the foie gras. The foie gras was good, but we didn't particularly like it that much. But the other items were amazing.
It's not a huge menu, so you know that the cooking area concentrates on a few good meals to make them the best they can. The last time we were there, we ordered my favorite, the kale salad, and we ordered some soup. It was like a corn chowder served with a little fritter inside. They had a special, which was a bone-in ribeye steak. That is my favorite, so I ordered that. I went with my husband. He ordered a cheeseburger, and I tasted it. It was fabulous. And we started our meals off with drinks. I had this great watermelon cilantro drink that was very good.
Their bartender is apparently this renowned bartender mixologist. Sorry for the lack of the term. The drinks were excellent. Like, there was a breakfast martini, which was also very good. We're going to sound like alcoholics, but and then the old fashioned.
We had a cantaloupe mojito, which was fantastic. And then I said, I'm going to try him on the classics. So we had Manhattan and Old Fashioned, two of my favorites, and he clinched them. The Old Fashioned was delicious. So he knows how to make his bourbon drinks.
And they also have a wide selection of bourbons too, which
yeah,
is
right.
which
They
is
do a lot of small batch
yeah.
spirits, and they have the barrel aging program, which if you had a Manhattan, that was actually barrel aged. Which
I
is
see. I didn't
obviously
know
very
anything about this. So I was
trendy,
just
right,
like,
yeah.
this is delicious. Wow, he's really good.
Right.
I can't wait to go back. I'm serious. My sister and I said, we need to bring our parents, we need to bring our other sisters, because the thing about it, despite the crowd around it, it feels very okay to bring like your young friends, like just a group of young people, and it also feel okay to bring your parents there.
So
it has that kind of vibe. I don't know. Would
so
you
we
agree?
went on Saturday night, and I expected it. I thought it was going to be Highland Park. It was going to be, and at 5:30, I thought it was going to be like all like really old people.
The younger people probably come to it like at 9.
No, but it was like quite a diverse group of people. I mean, after an hour of drinking, I know we weren't quiet at all, but we were not out of place, and people. It was just kind of a lively atmosphere that I did not expect. I have a whole new respect for Highland Park, to be honest with you, because I was kind of like Lourdes. I was like, why are we going out to the suburbs? And the vibe was great.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Tammy, you chose Abigails. Sum it up for us.
I feel it's a good place to go to have fine dining and know you're eating healthy food, and I like the experience.
Great. Rajiv?
Fresh food, great experience, a must try. We'll definitely be back.
Great. And Lourdes?
I would say exceptional service, delicious food, and a lovely setting.
You can try the ribeye and more at Abigails, 493 Roger Williams Avenue in Highland Park, 847-780-4862. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Friday, and dinner only on Saturdays. Reservations are not accepted after 6 p.m., and the average tab per person without drinks is $38. Lourdes Aceves knows that Chicago offers tons of ethnic food options, but for her, there is one place that really hits home. She says for amazing sarma, borak, and more, find your way to Irving Park and stop in at Beograd Cafe.
I'm born in the former Yugoslavia, like parts. I'm Serbian, and I came in the United States like 1992, and I opened a restaurant in 2006. Baš potrefilo je ovako. My nephew is working over here, my niece. I can say thank you for my own crowd over here, people for working with me, because some of them is working with me like almost 11 years. We are mixed with the meat market and restaurant. You can choose in our grocery some very nice things, and you can sit over here and eat anything what you want. Actually, we have a huge menu and a lot of good stuff. Most popular, I think, the cheese pie, we call burek. We have cevapi, we have the Beograd special, like some mix of the meat, and a lot of cakes like naim shampita, krempita, like tulumba, and you can taste in a couple of minutes and see that it's really good. You see me.
Lourdes, you say Beograd Cafe is Serbian food at its best. Tell us why you chose it.
I chose it because I've been going there for years. I lived in Belgrade for half a year, and
Which is the capital of Serbia.
Yes,
right?
the capital of Serbia. And when I returned, I still yearned for the food I had eaten there.
Can you tell us a little bit, what is Serbian food? What are you going to expect to see in a Serbian restaurant?
Well, it's very approachable food. It's not a very spicy food, for instance. So I think it's very
I believe
compatible.
they only use about 5 spices primarily. I mean, it's salt, pepper. They might get crazy with the white pepper.
Right, yeah, paprika. But really, like a lot of Eastern European food, the focus is on meat. One of the meats is called cevapcici. It's probably the most typical sausage in the Balkans, and in particular, former Yugoslavia. And everyone claims to make the best. The Bosnians say they make the best. The Croatians say they make the best. And so this is the Serbian version of it, which is really delicious. Then they had some links that I hope you tried. It's spicy pork sausage that were just, they were so delicious. They also have pljeskavica, which is their version of a hamburger, but it rather than it just being beef, it incorporates beef, pork, and lamb.
Usually get the shapska.
And I do often pair that just to try and get some veggies in, Tammy, because it's called a shopska salata, which, like most European salads, doesn't have lettuce in it. It has the cucumbers and the tomatoes tossed in olive oil with a really delicious
Feta,
Serbian feta, if you will. So that's what Serbian food is.
I loved it. I went with a friend. We ordered quite a bit because we wanted to check out everything. And I love the bread. I love the burek. I asked the waitress, I said we were never here. What did what do most people order? She gave us a platter of, it was like different sausages and
the meat sampler was
the
that?
meat sampler.
Yeah, right.
We had Serbian wine. My friend had Serbian beer, and
I really went all out.
It was great. We took the bread and you put the sausage on it, some onions, and then sour cream,
Well,
which
kaymak,
it had to be the best sour cream I ever had. I never eat it, and you roll it up, and the bread was so fresh. We had like a chocolate torte, and we had a piece of baklava that was oozing with butter, sugar, and walnuts.
Who doesn't like butter, sugar, and walnuts, right?
Yeah.
Reggie, when you went, what did you think?
So, I mean, I that was the first time I'd been to a Serbian restaurant before, which was a completely different experience for me. Sure. We also got the house special, the burek, which we didn't like as much, but maybe I don't like Serbian food though, right? So, but then we got, like, going back to your point of it being a meat store previously, the meats were really good. The barbecue portion of the meat, and the value was ridiculous. So then we also got the desserts, and we walked through that, like to get to the grocery, and the desserts were great. We had the strawberry cheesecake, and then the tiramisu, and the chocolate torte, and those were great. We partook in the Serbian liquors as well. So we got the Serbian brandy, which comes in multiple flavors. So I got the plum, and a buddy of mine got the apricot, which it's really strong, but it's good. It'd be actually better for an after-dinner drink, I would say.
And the plum brandy is their national drink.
Yeah,
it was good. And then we also got the beers, which were really good as well. But I couldn't get over the value of it all. It was really
very good.
Well, the place, it has, when you were saying, it has this European feel because it's family owned.
Oh, it does.
And
It is
it's, Duško Pavlović, he took over. It was originally started in 1989 by someone else, and it was the meat market. So all of these meats are homemade.
Oh, yeah.
And then he took it over and expanded in 2006, the cafe. And obviously he's Serbian, and his whole family is in there. You can meet the cousins and daughter and everything in there.
It is like little, I don't know if it's Serbia, but it's like little, I would say little Serbia, because it's hard for me to describe, really. It's a completely different experience. I guess it's like a go-to spot. We went on a Wednesday, I believe, at like
Richard,
8
did you
o'clock.
feel comfortable there?
Oh, I didn't feel out of place, but it was just that it was all Eastern. We definitely stuck out. Like, my 3-year-old definitely struck out. But, there was no question about that. But there's nothing wrong with that.
When you go to, say, like ethnic neighborhoods, if you will, Pilsen or Devon Avenue for Indian food, you're surrounded by neighborhood or by locals, and there's some
authentic.
It does, you know, so it's like you hear the language swirling about. You know, a lot of people don't know, but outside of Belgrade, there are more Serbs in Chicago than any other city in the U.S. and than most places in the world. So it has this huge Serbian population, you know, and a restaurant that few people know about, but it really is a gem.
You chose Beograd Cafe. Can you sum it up for us?
I think it's an excellent value for high quality grilled meats, the best burek in town, and European style dining.
Tammy?
Surprisingly good restaurant, which I've never eaten unless I was on Check Please, but it's one that I would definitely recommend.
Great. Rajiv?
For a completely different experience to try Serbian food, you have to try Beograd Cafe.
You can try the burek and more at Beograd Cafe, 2933 West Irving Park Road, 773-478-7575. Open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $10. Rajiv Naidu loves all kinds of food, but when he craves the flavors of his childhood, he knows just where to go. He says that if you want to add a little spice to your dining experience, just follow him to Wicker Park and stop in at Cumin.
When they come into Cumin, right, they will see the nice, clean, cozy environment. Recipes are, I would say, it's a typical Indian and Nepalese recipe. And on the Nepalese side, pretty much what you see here, that's what we eat every day. Every evening I eat food from here, every night.
People thought that Indian food means spicy, or Nepalese food means spicy. That makes flavorful, and that's that keeps you warm. And you know, when you eat this food, it keeps you warm. Always try our best to make customer happy. You know, this is all teamwork actually. Not I can't do it myself or himself or all this. It's all you know, teamwork actually.
We go around, try to get to know our guests, and frankly, we have known so many of them, and we're so happy about that. We have seen, you know, baby grow up right in front of our eyes, smelling Indian food, and that's very satisfying for us.
Rajiv, you say Cumin spices up your life. Tell us why you chose it.
So being Indian, specifically South Indian descent, we were always looking for food that kind of has the in-depth flavors and spice that we grew up with. And when Cumin moved into the neighborhood, it kind of hit that spot for us, and it has filled and continues to fill that void that we've always been searching for. And that's why we love it in the neighborhood.
Great. What kind of food do you see on this menu?
Well, they have traditional Indian cuisine that you would get at many Indian restaurants, but it's done in a different way. Being South Indian, we add a little bit more spice to our food. It's definitely not as sweet, or it's not dumbed down per se. So that we like a lot better.
It's not curry in a hurry.
No, exactly, exactly. And then for the Nepalese portion, that's a completely different cuisine that I'm not particularly used to, but we get a few dishes off the Nepalese dish menu, specifically like the chicken momo.
Which are the dumplings.
The dumplings, right, and then a goat chulawan or something like that, which is also very good, and it gives you a different aspect of food that you may not have otherwise tried.
Oh, great. So Nepalese cuisine is, like Rajiv said, very similar to Indian, but they don't use dairy really in theirs. They tend to use oil over ghee, and they tend to use more goat over lamb and a little less spice. So, well, Tammy, tell us what you thought.
Well, I am not used to eating Indian food or Nepalese, and I went in and the waiter I told him I've never been to an Indian restaurant before. He kept trying to point me into the direction of the buffet. I think I should have gone with the buffet because it offered more of a variety. And I tasted off my sister's the spinach with cottage cheese, and that was very good.
Palak paneer, maybe. Yeah.
Right, and she ordered kind of like a fried cauliflower, which was very tasty, and maybe some other vegetables. And then what I ordered was like bits of chicken in a tomato base.
Well, it sounds like maybe it wasn't meeting your expectations, or you needed a little more guidance on it.
I probably needed a little more guidance in it to make sure I was ordering the right thing, but the naan was very good.
Yeah, the naan was really good.
Very tasty.
Lourdes, what did you think?
Well, I really liked it because they bill themselves as Nepalese. I wanted to try we all sort of wanted to try stuff off of that part of the menu. But I wish I had gone with the Indian offerings because my friend had chicken madras.
Right.
And it was so good. I wanted it. I was like, that's what I get for trying the Nepalese portion. And no, it wasn't that it wasn't good. It was good, but his was better. I've eaten a lot of Indian food in my life. So I've been going to Devon all my life. It is as good as Devon, and surprisingly, so are the prices.
I would tell you too that it's a little bit different than Devon too. Maybe the taste is on par, but for example, like that biryani that they have a cumin dum biryani.
I always get the biryani, and I went with the Nepalese. I love biryani.
Right,
That's
so
what
this one has shrimp, chicken, and lamb.
Oh, wow.
And I can arguably say it's better than anything on Devon. It's as if you're coming straight out of home because it's so difficult to make biryani.
Well, and also my feeling was the service was a lot better than what you would normally get on Devon, because Devon is the Indian neighborhood, so you had a lot of locals that know what to order and know what they want, and then here's me. And here they were ready. I felt that they gave me sufficient guidance.
What's very interesting about it, as it's two brothers that own it, so Rajesh and Sanjeev, and they are actually from Nepal, but the chef is from southern India, like Rajiv, from the exact same area. Before they opened Cumin, he had been cooking at Mount Everest, which is only one of 3 Nepalese restaurants in Chicago, and so he had been cooking Nepalese food. So he's this kind of perfect melding of the Indian and the Nepalese. Tammy, who would you bring there if you were gonna visit?
I would probably bring a friend who is more open to different flavors or was willing to try different experiences. The inside was very lovely. They had pictures of Nepalese, and they had pictures of India. The owner was there at the time sitting at the bar, so that was kind of nice.
It's in Wicker Park. It's an Indian restaurant, and everyone here had cocktails for the most part, or at least took a look at the cocktail menu. Lourdes, did you expect that?
No, that's how I knew, well, you're not on Devon anymore. So we were handed the cocktail menu because we were wondering, like, when is the Wicker Park going to come out here? The nice thing about their cocktail menu, because they have a pretty large menu, is that they kept their cocktail menu simple, which I appreciated. It's like, here are 5 or 6 solid crafted cocktails. Here's a little bit of wine, and then here are like 5 or 6 beers, which pair nicely with the Indian food, which is spicy.
So Rajiv, you chose Cumin. Sum it up for us.
For authentic Indian cuisine with a developed spice and a developed flavor, Cumin is the place to visit.
Great. Tammy?
If you want to try something different, if you like to try different spices, that would be a great place to go.
Perfect. And Lourdes?
A great value and really good atmosphere.
You can taste the biryani and more at Cumin, 1414 North Milwaukee Avenue, 773-342-1414. Open for lunch Tuesday through Sunday and dinner every day. Reservations are accepted, and the average tab per person without drinks is $25. So on this week's show, we featured Abigails in Highland Park, Beograd Cafe in Irving Park, and Cumin in Wicker Park. Let's recap what our guests had to say. First, we went to the North Shore and popped in at Abigails. Tammy recommends it for its beautiful environment and healthy options. Lourdes had attentive service and was surprised by the delicious food. Rajiv gushed over his memorable meal and will definitely return. Then we went west on Irving Park Road and tried Beograd Cafe. Lourdes recommends it for some of the best Serbian food in Chicago. Rajiv thought the quality of the meats were great and the value was fantastic. Tammy loved the new experience and everything she ordered. Lastly, we made it to Milwaukee Avenue and stopped in at Cumin. Rajiv recommends it for authentic, amazing Indian and Nepalese cuisine. Tammy thought service was just so-so and that the buffet was the way to go. Lourdes said it was solid Indian food at a great value. We've had a wonderful time this week. I want to thank my guests, Tammy Goberstein, Lourdes Aceves, and Rajiv Naidu. Join us next week for 3 new guests recommending 3 of their favorite restaurants right here on Check Please. I'm Catherine Diorio, and I'll see you then. Cheers.
For more information about the restaurants featured on Check Please, go to WTTW.com/checkplease.